What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again. Also, hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to Trash Film Home Video. Once again, it's been a minute. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, so we'll see how it goes. But today, I'm here to talk about the Studio Canal 4-disc, 4K Special Edition of John Carpenter's The Prince of Darkness. Now, this has been released quite a few times on many different formats, and now we're at 4K. So this isn't going to be a review of the film. In this sort of time frame of John Carpenter, there was a lot of good, and this is one of the good ones. But for me, it kind of is at the bottom of the pile of those good ones. And when I say good ones, I'm talking, of course, Halloween, The Fog, They Live, Escape from New York, Christine. This still lands kind of near the bottom of the pile, but it's still very good. This is one that you're gonna need to kind of shut out the rest of the world and just really pay attention, really get into it. You gotta kind of settle into this one. And there's a lot of really big fans of this film, and this is also one it's somewhat divisive when it comes to Carpenter fans. A lot of people really love it, some people not so much. So if you're a fan of Prince of Darkness, this is going to be basically, should I invest however much? Because as with these things, these prices fluctuate. Is this worth it for me? Basically is what it is. So let's just go over the sort of packaging here now. This reminds me of very much how things used to be packaged, especially back in the DVD days. We saw packages like this quite a bit. Just a digipack. So there's the front. I've been holding it this whole time. It's not like you haven't seen the front. There's the back. That's kind of nice glossy sort of thing. Now the box is very flimsy. This is not a Vinegar Syndrome box. This is not an Arrow box. It's a very flimsy kind of thing. But with these, if they are packaged tightly, there's not a lot of wiggle room when you put that in there. So it doesn't feel as cheap when it's all together. When you take it off, it's a little cheap. But like I said, put it back together, it's not so bad. And then this is the images that we get. I'm guessing this is kind of the top of the unit there that's kind of corroding and leaking and all that. And then on the opposite side, we get two of our characters. Both of these characters are sort of possessed or what have you at this moment. We get, let's see, let me just open this up. So here we have our 4K disc. I went over this, in the first impressions of this, but we're gonna fully dive into it. So this is the Blu-ray, and this is gonna have the movie and the audio commentary. This is your features disc, so this is gonna have all your features. And then here's your soundtrack. Now under each of these, you're gonna have a character. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but we'll just do this one because I can already tell who it is. So under each, we have a character, of course, Mr. Donald Pleasance. So all together, pretty nice. Digipacks you don't see them quite as often anymore. But there is something very nostalgic about the DVD days with this kind of packaging. These UK style, I think they call them quad posters. Now obviously I think quad posters are a lot larger than this, but poster. A very nice poster. love this artwork. We get a booklet. You know, it's a paperback basically, but it's got a very glossy kind of cover. It's pretty nice, like that on the inside. And then these art cards. Now these are not postcard sized. These are much larger, and they feel more substantial. They feel very nice. But art cards, Alice Cooper, and then this is the best. This is frameable. I mean, this is a great picture. Fantastic picture. So that is the ins and outs, the guts, all the little tangible goodies that you get with an edition like this. So now let's go on and talk about the transfer. The transfer is very nice. It's a very nice 4K disc. Colors are really nice. The blacks are very deep. That's something that I notice a lot with 4Ks, is that the majority of the difference that I notice between a Blu-ray and between a 4K is obviously the sharpness, but colors are a lot more bright and a lot more vibrant, and blacks are a lot deeper. It looks very good. I did not look at the transfer on the Blu-ray, but obviously they're probably using the same transfer from the 4K onto the Blu-ray. So I would imagine it looks fantastic. This is a import. This is from the UK. So the 4K on here, inherently 4Ks don't have a region, so you're safe if you're buying this for 4K. The Blu-rays, so disc 2, which has the film on it on Blu-ray, and the audio commentary is a region B. The special features disc, region B. So you do need an all-region player if you are interested in, if you don't have a 4K player and you're just interested in the Blu-ray. If you are just interested in the special features, you need an all-region player. Obviously, there's all-region 4K players out there, so if you have both, if you have that, then you have obviously nothing to worry about. Features on here. This is where I get really interested. I just sort of figured that majority of what's on here is going to have been on the 4K that Screen Factory released, or this Steelbook that Screen Factory released, or the edition before that. I have compared and contrasted those two, and there actually is some stuff on this release that is not on this. Number one being this very first line here, this documentary, Malevolent, Unearthing John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. It was done by Ballyhoo Entertainment, which Ballyhoo's been around for quite a while. They're just another company that produces special features. I think I first started seeing them on the Synapse Hammer releases, Twins of Evil, Vampire Circus, those kinds of things. I should have clocked the running time on this, but it is from what I can tell, it is a full-length documentary, and it's very well done. Honestly, and I'm a documentary, like, if there is a full-length, very well-produced documentary on the film and or the making of the film, that is worth price of admission for me. So this is already a great upgrade, in my opinion, just for that alone. It's a great one. And then we got Sympathy for the Devil, an interview with John Carpenter, which that one should be on this one, because it was done by Red Shirt Pictures, Michael Felsher, Screen Factory. Horse Hallowed Grounds with Sean Clark, that is on this one. Introduction by John Carpenter, which looks to have been filmed in 2003, and it looks like it was possibly for a French, I'm not sure, but I don't think that is on here. And also the analysis of a scene with John Carpenter, which looks to be taken and done at the same time as the interview or the introduction. And it looks to have done at the same time. I'm pretty sure he's still wearing the same stuff. Now, the analysis of a scene is pretty much just him describing what's happening on scene. You know, John Carpenter is pretty well known to be a little bit grumpy, but he likes to make the movies he likes to make, and I don't think he feels like he can do that anymore, so he's just said with it all. So, final verdict on Prince of Darkness, 4K, 4 discs, limited, special, fancy bell and whistle edition. If you are a fan of the film, I think it is a decent upgrade from the Blu-ray. Now, I have not seen the Scream Factory 4K, so I don't know the transfer on it. Don't know the features on it. I'm sure everything from this one is probably on there. I don't know. Maybe they've been able to grab some from this. I don't know. Maybe Malevolent is on the new 4K. Now, price-wise on this, I paid about $46 for this. So, you know, we're looking at about $10 per disc here, which is not bad. Now, that's $10 per disc. 4K, some of you are getting the same kind of shit on each disc. So, it's up to you. You know, this is going to be a little bit less wide of a thing that everybody's going to want. Obviously, if you're a fan of Prince of Darkness, if it's one of your favorite movies, I would suggest getting it. If you are a 4K collector, obviously this would be a nice one to get. If you're just looking, if this is a film that you're wondering, should I upgrade it? Is it worth the upgrade? In my opinion, it is worth the upgrade. Now, if you have the Scream Factory 4K, I don't know that it would be. Probably not, honestly. I don't have that. So for me, this works out really well. You know, for me, price-wise, what you get, how nice it is, I'm very happy with it. I think it's a pretty decent purchase for what you get. Yeah, A+ in my book. Very happy to have this, and I really like to try and get the others. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for you. I'm gonna have a update soon. I got not a big stack, but a decent stack to go through so I can put them up on the shelves. Obviously, you guys can't see, but there's a whole, I've had to add a whole nother shelf down here. Got new lights. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, go watch something weird, and I'll see you guys next time.